Okay, Tina, here we go. As you requested, it's what I know about blackjack, which isn't a whole lot, but at least it's a little bit, okay? So, what you want to do is you go sit at a blackjack table. What you want to know is that you want to know what the minimum bet is per hand. And, probably on a cruise ship, it's going to be, I don't know, maybe 5, 10, or $15. And then there's probably going to be a $25 blackjack table. So I would start out with the cheapest one you can find first, and then you work from there. Okay, so when you sit down, you put down the money that you want to spend, $20, $40, whatever it is, you lay it on the table, and they'll give you chips for it. Okay, and then you put the minimum amount of chips in the circle that's in front of you, and then the dealer will deal you in. Okay, so when the dealer deals, he's going to deal you 2 cards up, and he's going to deal himself 1 card down and then 1 card up. Okay, now based on that 1 card up that he has, that's going to tell you a lot on what you want to do with your cards. Okay, so I usually want to play blackjack to where I play for the dealer to bust. And what I mean by that is I play for the dealer to give himself too many cards and go over 21. If the dealer has 16 or less, he has to take another card. Okay, so if he has, a 10 and a 3, then that's 13. Okay, then he automatically has to do at least another hit. Now, if he has a 13 and then he hits one more time, say he gets a 2, that's only 15, so that's less than 17. He has to hit again. Okay, if he gets 17, anything 17 or up, then he stays. That's it. So it's pretty simple. He has to hit at 16 or less. He has to stay at 17 or above. Okay? So, for instance, if you have a 19 and then he gets a 17, he no longer can hit. So you win. Okay? So you get the idea a little bit now. All right, so when the cards are dealt, you kind of want to assume that the card that is down for him is more than likely a 10, which is a 10 or a picture card. Okay, because there are the most of those in the deck. So there's more 10s than there are any other card in the deck. So there's a good chance that he's going to have a 10. So when he deals, you kind of want to make a mental note in your head that whatever card he has facing up is that plus 10. Okay? Now that's just an assumption. It may not be that. Okay? So if he deals himself a 6, then you assume that he has a 10 underneath there and he has a 16. Now that's a good hand for you because 16 means that he has to hit. And if he gives himself another 10, then he has 26 and then he busts. And you win automatically. Okay, so usually if he has a 6 showing, I don't do anything. Okay? Unless, of course, I have a total of 10 or less. If I have, 10, like a 6 and a 4, then it's not going to hurt for me to take another card. At the very most, I can get either a 10 or an ace, which would give me, 20 or 21. So if I have, if I have 11 or less, I'm going to usually hit on that any way you look at it. Okay? So if I get a 16, okay, actually, if I get like a 12 or above, and I know that the next card could be a 10, which would give me a 22, a lot of the times I won't hit. So I'll let it ride, and then I'll let him play his hand out, hoping that he's going to end up busting by the time he flips over all his cards. So if you have over 12 or above, you're going to want to think on whether or not you should actually take another card. Okay, because you don't want to give yourself a hand where you're going to bust. So that's why it's important to see what his cards are first, and then look at your cards and see what your cards are. If he has a 6, between a 2 and a 6 showing, you're going to hope that he ends up busting. So you don't want to take, you want to take as very little chance as possible on your cards. Okay? If he has, and say an 8, then you're thinking, okay, well, maybe he's got an 18. And then maybe at that point, you want to take a chance on your card to beat an 18. Okay, but don't take too many chances on that. Try to hit the card and see if you can come close to an 18 or, beat an 18. And if you get up to like a 17 or an 18. Oh, I forgot to tell you that if you tie, if you both have 18s, then nobody wins. You don't lose any money. Okay, so start off with that so far and play a hand or two and see what happens and see how you feel. Okay? And if you win, 2 or 3 hands in a row, maybe you want to add a little bit of money to the, to how much you're betting, but not a lot. Okay? You start off slow, and you may want to add a little bit more on if you start to get on a little bit of a streak. And then after you do that, you have to, kind of play it out. And if you win after you put a little bit more money in, then maybe you want to pull the bet back again and bet the minimum. So you kind of play back and forth. You want to, test and see how hot you are and kind of play with the chips a little bit to go. Now, if you get to the point where if you start playing the game and you automatically lose like 4 hands in a row, just quit. Okay? It's not your night for blackjack. Just stop it and that's it. Okay? Maybe try the next night or, just try something else. All right? All right, so have a good time. I hope you win a ton, and I love you, and I will talk to you again. Bye.